All right. Hi, guys. Hi. How are you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, guys, a lot of things have changed. Well, yeah, as you know, I've been stuck in the virtual world, discovering and trying to figure out every in and out about the cryptoverse, metaverse, and all these things. And I've come back with all my findings to report to you. Now, we all know the channel Wolves of Bybit is going to change name. It's going to be Wolves of Crypto as we speak. We're going to be changing all this. So yeah, I hope you guys are happy with that. As you can see, also my looks have changed. Why? Because cryptocurrencies is about protocols that should be able to run anonymously without any need for trust. Now, this entire season has been a roller coaster of emotions. As you know, we shut down last year with the peak of the bull run at $65,000. I closed my positions, and as you know, from there on out, I was going to discover and to experiment in DeFi and try to find my way into the world of DeFi. Now, DeFi is not the easiest thing to understand. If you guys know a little bit about what DeFi is all about, it's decentralized finance. So basically, we try to go back to the roots of the whole economy and try to rebuild this in a way that is self-sustainable and completely autonomous. It doesn't need intervention of any kind of government, bank, or whatnot, just because cryptocurrencies have the power to replace the bank in any way, shape, or form. And that's awesome, right? Now, yeah and no. This season has been the craziest wild ride of Ponzi schemes, scams, and anything that could be giving DeFi a bad name. Now, to understand DeFi, you have to understand something called the flow of money. And this is true for traditional economy, but also for the new decentralized finance that we are going to try to understand today. Now, the flow of money is just the same thing as what banks have been doing. What the banks have been doing is actually at the very first using the gold standard as what was supposed to give value to their dollar. But basically, this is explaining the labyrinth backwards. What they were actually doing was creating money out of thin air, and that money was supposed to be represented by the gold that the bank was holding in their treasury. But as we all know, during the gold rush, gold just kept coming in. This is where banks started to realize that they could control inflation by giving out loans equal as the amount of gold coming in. But of course, we all know where this ended. Have you seen any of these bills lately? You know, and these are real. This is what the dollar used to look like before we went away from the gold standard. And where did we go to? The oil standard. Basically, same thing. But why did this happen? Because in 1920, we ended up in an economical crisis, the Great Depression, And what happened was actually what has been happening right now. The flow of gold income was slowing down because of the mines running out, but the stream of capital and loans was still going. Companies, big companies, were, as to say, enslaved and addicted to loans. So the whole economy crashed and we moved over to the oil standard, the dollar becoming a fiat currency now. And again, the machine could keep going. But now oil is also a scarcity. So again, we ended up in the same problem. Now, cryptocurrencies were supposed to replace these things. Remember those memes where we were going like a money printer goes brrr, and basically the Bitcoin printer also goes brrr. But where is the difference? The big difference is that instead of just pumping oil and controlling how fast and how expensive we are selling this oil, with Bitcoin, it all comes down to power production, energy production. Who is going to be the winner at producing electricity the cheapest? He is going to have some sort of an advantage in the economical market. And this is where it all comes down to. You always need a source of token distribution, but this source of token distribution also needs to be supported and backed by something of value, be that gold, oil, or something else. Right now, with cryptocurrencies, this will become electricity. Electricity can be produced in many ways, shapes, and forms, but this does not stop there. We can also create little banking machines, virtual machines that will be running in Ethereum or EVMs or other smart contract running blockchains. And this is where DeFi comes into play. Now, guys, please follow me because this is not going to be an easy to follow video. You thought that this was bad? Well, the worst is still to come, because DeFi is everything that economy is capable of at lightning speed. So, of course, you have to understand that in economy there are positive actions and there are also negative and maleficent actions that will create problems, such as scams and Ponzi schemes. And DeFi has not been a stranger of those, especially once the Binance Smart Chain became active. Low gas fees allowed for all sorts of shenanigans. And, the kinds of shenanigans are plenty. Let me show you what kind of projects I've been talking about, because it was a shit show, guys. It was horrible. First one. I did not talk about this one because, there have been many of these projects and attempts. Basically, this is nothing more than a clone of PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap being the first DeFi place swap and liquidity pool on the Binance Smart Chain, having Cake as their token. They were actually pretty successful because they own their own liquidity. So you have a lot of options on PancakeSwap to swap, put limit orders, add liquidity. There's even this, what the hell is that? Perpetual? I did not even see that. So, they offer quite a few services, and all this, guys, is decentralized. There is no middleman here. So, of course, this is a success story, and then you get all sorts of clones popping up. And this one, AutoShark, it's not a bad project, guys. Really, it's not a bad project. They gave it a fair shot. They just tried to improve on what PancakeSwap had to offer. Instead of doing all sorts of trading functions and also some games and betting systems and stuff, they chose for an NFT system that was going to optimize your yields when you were placing staking LPs, so liquidity provider tokens. And, you know, all this was a really, really great idea. Even in the swapping function, you got a rebase on your swap fee that was going to be claimable in their native tokens. And then eventually their native tokens, where is it? You could stake them and then earn BNB, which is the native token of Binance, back out of it. But, you know, guys, as you can see, eventually this is a Ponzi scheme until it's not. And where does the Ponzi scheme end here? The thing is that if nobody is using the platform, there is no use of the liquidity. If there is no use of the liquidity, then all these dividend pools that they had, because there were quite a few more, would just be draining their treasury, their wallet of BNB. So, you know, this whole thing kind of sort of collapsed. Their token, you know, let me show you what happened. Their token, it's, you know, it's a shit show. There you go, bam, you know, off the cliff. That was horrible, you know, painful stuff. But hey, guys, don't worry. We've got some better things to talk about. Now, another one here was Bunny Swap. That was funny, guys. Funny Bunny. Yeah, but yeah, what did they do? They did the same thing. They were a yield aggregator and also a liquidity provider. But as you can see, their liquidity pools, they don't offer a lot of good stuff anymore. Those in DeFi, you know, you would say in traditional finance that those are like really good yield, good APRs. But in DeFi, this is bad. This is nothing to write home about. And they tried it differently. They also added some games here, arcade, and they did partnerships with other whatchamacallit projects like what is this? Moonpot is closed. This is finished. So you see, DeFi full of failed projects. Like so many people this year have lost money in DeFi. It's really it's not fun. It's nothing good. No. Now, next one here, up next, the gas station. They also gave it a fair shot, guys. You know, that not scams. I'm not talking about scam sites because I could show like hundreds of these. But here, the gas station. You could stake tokens on different EVMs. Wait, let me see. There you go. So they have Binance Smart Chain, they have liquidity pools on Polygon, Phantom Kronos, Avalanche, Moonriver. So really, they're doing good. All this is looking good. Even non-fungible tokens, not NFTs, NFPs. Now, honestly, I don't know what the difference is. I bought one and it does nothing, like really nothing. No. So yeah, failed project. Is it going to lift off? They had a gas token. And at first I thought it was going to be a cross-platform token that you could just swap like USDC or anything else. You could just send it to another EVM blockchain from, like, let's say Binance Smart Chain to Phantom or Avalanche and get exactly the same value of that token on your other smart chain. But no, this is not. All those are separate tokens on separate blockchains. So yeah, guys, it didn't really work the way it was supposed to. That's really sad. So moving along, another project, and I think I even talked about this one, B Dollar. Oh my God, Jesus. Why did I even speak about this, guys? I'm really sorry. That was a bad call. But hey, it looked like a fair idea. We all know what stable coins are, right? So they were trying to reinvent stable coins. So the idea basically was that BDO was the dollar equivalent, was going to be pegged or algorithmically pegged to the US dollar or BUSD. But as you can see right now here, it's sitting at 2 cents. So yeah, that's not good. No. So instead of moving along and trying to fix the algorithm and the incentives, because people are people. Yeah, people will always try to game the system. That's what we do. Yeah. And that's nothing bad, guys. This is what blockchain technology is about. You need to write your contracts so well that they can just run like this forever. No matter who does what, it will just rebalance itself and do exactly what it's supposed to do. But yeah, in theory, all this sounds nice, but you have to program it right. Yeah. So yeah, instead of working on how to create the incentive and balance everything, they just went ahead and they made even more failing stable coins. So stable coin linked to Polkadot, the Euro, Uniswap, gold even, and hey, all these things were good ideas. They had like this multi-peg farms that were going to incentivize staking in one way, and then they had the share farms that were going to incentivize staking in the other way. There was a bond system, and yeah, you can't see it because I have to unlock my wallet, but I don't want to. Long story short, they tried everything, even bets, even earn and everything. They tried everything, guys, but it just wouldn't work because it was poorly programmed. There was still too much need for human intervention. They were basically not so good protocols. Now, let's move away from all these projects. Came up something new, Olympus DAO with the rebasing token. And yeah, this was the stuff, guys. Everybody was so hyped about it. There were so many forks of those Olympus DAOs. It was sickening. Like there was, what was it? Phantom. There was whatchamacallit, Spartacus something. There were a lot of these. Even some iterations that also tried to integrate NFTs and stuff. But, long story short, they all had the same fate. Now, Rebase tokens, basically, the idea was that you could buy a token or bond it cheaper then you had to wait a few days to receive your discounted tokens. They came into your wallet, you had to stake them, and then I don't know anymore. I don't know if they show it here, but every 6 hours or 8 hours, the rebase happens, and then you get like a certain amount of percent. Now, I see that Olympus really adjusted the percentages. There were some other projects, they were crazy, like hundreds of thousands APY promised. So yeah, money printer goes brrr. Well, yeah, that was Banana Republic crazy, guys. When you want to see some charts, where do we go? I don't even have it here. Oh my god. Let's look at Olympus DAO. Yeah, that one. Really nice chart. Come on. Yeah. Well, you get the point, right? Imagine you DCA'd here in. Yeah, like you buy your first one here, and another one here at 430,000, and then oh, it goes a little bit low. Like here I bought the bottom because here this is the bottom, right? 300, and I buy a few more, it goes up. Yeah, I'm doing good, I'm great trader, and then it crashes all the way down. People were actually gaming the system and getting in right before the rebases happened, and then after a few rebases, they would just dump massively. That's how they gamed the system. But again, if it's a system that is gameable and people can abuse it, then basically, you should thank these people for showing the weakness of said system. Everybody was angry about the whales doing these things and stuff, but basically it's the system being flawed. So yeah, you could call this like compounding, so you sell the tokens that you gained, and then as soon as it drops, you DCA, and then you get a few rebases in, and you sell again, and you let it drop. You keep your money, you're smart, and then every time you see there is a little bit of a level holding because of the APY is so high, then you can take a little bit of pain, and just because before it gets too bad, you can just bam, get out. And like here, this area, these guys, they actually had some good profits. But I think here is where they changed the APY back to a normal sustainable level. Because guys, it sounds nice. Yeah, it sounds really nice to get 150,000% APY, but guys, come on, you can't print money out of thin air. Really not. No. So yeah, next up, here are some good projects, and I finally started to stumble on the better projects, starting to understand how all this DeFi stuff works, and starting to understand why some projects failed, and how economy actually should be working, the ins and outs, understanding about reading audits. Guys, this is one of the most important things that you are gonna have to learn. Read the audits more carefully than you read the white paper, because the white papers nowadays, especially in DeFi, guys, it's not good. They don't have numbers, they don't have like exact formulas and stuff. So it's a guessing game. Usually most of the teams still have some control over the protocol and the function of the protocol, and this is why there has been so much abuse and weakness. The proof of the weakness is actually that they have to maintain the control in case something goes wrong so that they can intervene. At least this is what they said. This is what they said. But you know, I don't really believe it. I think it's more because they wanted to run before the others could run when they saw their project failed. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. And you know, this is cool because, you know, now I can say these things. And I think it's important that you're able to actually speak your mind. So yeah. Now the good projects. I've seen some really good projects and I started to stumble on these because basically all these projects were failed because of people compounding and gaming the system. They were just compounding the native token. They were selling the native token to buy the tokens of their LPs, add up on their LPs, and actually keep making money. That's what the smart people were doing. But it took like a lot of effort to keep doing this. Now, hey, there are some auto compounding yield farms that can do all this stuff for you. This is awesome. This is awesome, guys. You have to see this. Defi Finance. Defi Finance is really nice. Okay, not the highest APY on most things. Also because it's probably set on Binance, but you have to look around. They have a lot of tokens. They are in a lot of liquidity pools. They have a lot of liquidity pools that they are compounding on, and especially on Avalanche. I really like Defi Finance because I found some really nice pools to stake my coins in, and this is something that I will be talking about in the next videos. This video is not where I'm going to shill or talk about good projects and hey, look at this and this is in-deep preview and blah blah blah. No, I just want to talk about my findings in the past year because it's really exciting. And you know, like Mohammed coming back with news from the mountain, you know, I also returned with some really interesting things to say. And I think this could be cool for you guys and for us, you know, for everybody. Now, another compounding farm is really a nice one. And this is on Phantom Smart Chain. It's called Reaper Farm. You know, I love the name Reaper. You know, one of the developers, Justin Beaver, or Beavis, I don't know, Justin something. His logic is that if a project cannot sustain the compounders, then the project is not worth being a project at all. So yeah. I like that. I like to be on the side of these guys because, you know, they don't think about filling their pockets. The protocol here, Reaper Farm, does not even have a native token. They don't need it. They just set up protocols or farms, compounding farms on external platforms. So like they have, let's say, Scream. There's a blah, blah, blah. And then here you can see the APRs and APYs. And, you know, just browse through these things for yourself. I'm not going to tell you you need to go put your money there or there. But yeah, hey, there are some really nice projects out there, guys. Yeah, you know, and stay tuned, because I will be talking about some good projects and also about some crypto drama that has happened too. Yeah, we all like drama, right? So up next, we already talked about PancakeSwap. So you remember on Binance Smart Chain? PancakeSwap is kind of like the go-to place if you want to swap your tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. But where do you go when you want to swap on, for instance, Avalanche? On Avalanche, you guys are gonna laugh because a lot of people thought that it was a scam because of the name, but it's called TraderJoeXYZ.com. Yeah, you won't get scammed at Trader Joe because that's the way she go. No, but it's a serious project, guys. They have same thing, just very basic pancake swap. They have the trade function where you can trade all sorts of tokens and stuff. You have the pools, the liquidity pools, the farms. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over all these farms, guys, because there's too much to look at. Staking, is yeah, yield. Yeah, what's it called? Liquidity provider and staking pool and swapping. So yeah, basic service. Now, if you go from Avalanche over to Phantom, then you have two options, and they kind of sound and look alike, but they're a little bit different. You have, on the one hand, spooky swap. Yeah, very spooky, eh? They also have a bridging function. This is really cool. This is something that I will be talking about later, because this is one of the niches, one of the branches that DeFi also is going to exploding, guys. Really remember, cross-chain swapping and sending is very important for DeFi, because when you're trading tokens on one and the same blockchain, and they are just like like wrapped tokens of their original version, like wrapped BNB, no, wrapped BTC or wrapped Ethereum or wrapped God knows what, they are basically just fake versions of the original token, but they are backed by some protocol and the treasury and yada yada yada. But so bridging from one chain to the other is very important too, and Spooky Swap offers that in their all-in-one platform. So this is nice. This is why I like Spooky Swap. Then you also have Spirit Swap. Spirit Swap, same thing. They also have a bridge. Let's click the bridge. See, same thing. Maybe less options. Yeah, Spooky Swap has a few more blockchains integrated where you can swap to and from. Now, on governance and staking and all that stuff, they also have their particular ins and outs. But again, this is going to be a story for later, because already this video has been taking a long time. Hey guys, I missed you guys. I really enjoy this, and I hope you can adjust to this format, because basically cryptocurrencies and stuff, you should not be trusting me because you can relate to me. I think this is better. I hope you guys enjoy this too. Now, let's move on over. To finish with my story, just like a lot of people, learning to navigate DeFi has cost a lot of money. I would have made much more money just sitting on my butt for the entire year rather than doing what I have been doing. But it's okay, because number one, I enjoy doing this. Number two, this is for you guys. I want to be a source of information, and I could either wait for other people to discover it and to bring their videos, or I could lead the charge and bring my own videos. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah. Now, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again in the next videos, where we are going to be covering one project at a time in deep. You know, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, because it helps the YouTube algorithm and yada yada yada. No, this is bullshit. It just makes me happy to see those likes and stuff. So please make me happy, guys. Then I will be seeing you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye bye. Yeah, this is cool. Bye.